Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm excited to be with you today to show you how to make three very simple, lovely cards using the one-of-a-kind bundle that is currently on the last chance list. Now, I'll tell you right now, and I'll remind you again at the end of the video, that the dies are currently unavailable, but they're supposed to be in today or tomorrow. So you will still be able to get the bundle eventually this week, and it's on sale for $27.75. That is a heck of a deal for a stamp die bundle. And there's only two dies in the stamps and the die set, so that's probably why the price is so affordable. So I'm going to show you this week how to make 5 projects using this bundle with probably a lot of the DSP papers that you already have. And today is just 3 simple cards. Tomorrow will be a fun fold of some kind. And Wednesday will be a 3D project. So I'm excited to share all of these projects with you for this week. If you would like to get your kit in the mail, you can see right here. Go to my TuttleUpShop.com. Use host code right here. I can only see partial of it on my screen, so I won't try to read it out loud to you, but use this host code. And it's always a good idea to shoot me an email saying, hey, I would really like that one-of-a-kind class, because sometimes people don't want the class. They just want to place an order and use the host code, which is awesome too. So anyway, okay. So first of all, a couple things I need to tell you, and I'm sure most of you know this already. We have free shipping. This is a Stampin' Up offer. So the last free shipping was my personal special that I was running during Thanksgiving week. This one is a Stampin' Up free shipping special on all orders of $75 or more. Man, go to that last chance tab on my TuttleUpShop.com and find some great deals. You could really get quite a haul for $75 and get free shipping on that. That saves you 11% off your order. They add 11% on for shipping. That is only today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And since I'm online all 3 of those days, I will continue to remind you about the free shipping special. And this week, if you get the free shipping on your order of $75 or more, of course, you will get the class that I am doing right now for free. Okay? So, all right. Next thing is, let me get rid of that. I have my December craft along is going to be December the 30th. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Cake Celebration Bundle Craft Along is going to be on December the 30th. Okay, you have to have the bundle in order to complete the cards as we have designed them. Okay, so there's an option for you to add that on in the registration. If you don't have it already, if you already own it, then you can just skip that part. You don't need the bundle. Okay, but on top of that, we are offering, let me get rid of that one, the Perennial Beauty Calendar Kit. And I actually have one in my hands right here. I'm going to show you that in a second. But you can add this on and save a little bit on shipping and taxes, because I pay that for you. I just charge you the retail price without shipping and tax in it, and I just pay that with you. So that's a way you can save a little bit of money as well. I'm going to show you that in just a minute, okay? Then I want to make sure, let me get rid of that. Okay. Next, there's still a lot of things on that last chance list that you can get your hands on. Some great deals. I saw today that the Hexagon Happiness stamp set is only like $11. So, scroll through that page and see what kind of bargains you can come up with. You can even sort it by lowest price to highest price if you want to see all the big bargains first. So great opportunity to get some last chance products, get free shipping, and get my card class that I'm doing today for free, or this week for free. Okay. So let me get rid of that. All right, I'm going to move to my hands here. I'm going to get some of these lower thirds out of the way here so you can see my hands just a little bit better. Hi, Roz. Thanks for joining me. Okay, Michelle Salchow was the winner of 3 of the cards that I made last week. We made this one with a little heart that says we're so cute together. We made this one that's the side flat fold card. And we made this very pretty card with the balmy blue paper and the calypso coral, that little otter peeking out from behind the seaweed there. River weed, whatever you call it. So Michelle, I have your address. So I will be sending these to you this week. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us today. Linda is an orphaned demonstrator, and I have invited her to be a part of my team as an adopted member. So I'm excited about that, Linda. I hope that your craft fair was good this weekend, and getting excited to get to know you a little bit better. All right, so let me take these away. I want to show you this perennial beauty kit that you get. What a steal this is. So you get the stamps that have all the months on them, so you can add that. You get a small ink block in Pretty Peacock. You get a block in this little package right here. Isn't this so pretty? Look how pretty that is. And the cool thing about this one is it's not a typical calendar that ends at the end of the year. I'll show you in a second how it's organized, but you can keep this year after year, and you can just keep adding celebrations and birthdays to it. And then you get all of these die cuts and images and stickers. Look at this. These stickers, look at those. Woo, copper stickers. Those are so pretty. Beautiful labels and embellishments that you can add and decorate your perennial calendar however you want. I'm going to open this up. I just got this in the mail on Saturday, and I haven't had a chance yet to get it open. So let me show it to you. And they give you instructions on how you can do your calendar kit if you want. They give you some ideas here. See all the instructions, but you don't have to do it the way they say. Okay, here are some. Looks like, oh, that's just what the stamps are. So look at this. Look at the shine on this. Can you guys see this? And every month you have all the dates for that month. So this would be January. And do you see how it's not like a regular calendar? It's just a list. So you can just write in people's birthdays, anniversaries, events that you want to send a card to, and you can just keep it year after year. And it has this cool hook up here at the top that you can just hook it on the wall if you want, and just keep it. I think I'm going to keep it right by my door right here in my craft room, so I always know where to find it. So that is the add-on for the craft-along class. I had somebody tell me this past week, that I talked too much at the beginning of my video, but you know what? I have so many exciting things to share that I don't want you to miss out on. So that's why I do some talking at the beginning. I want to show you real quick the Cake Celebrations bundle. And you also, if you do the craft along, you get the embellishments, which are these beautiful iridescent gems. I've got a double pack of the gold and silver ribbon, and this is the marbled elegance paper. You'll get a quarter of a pack of this along with silver and gold brushed metallic paper. That's a specialty paper as well. So look how fun and beautiful this is. This is what we're going to be using on our Cake Celebrations craft along. I already have several people signed up. The deadline is this week on the 12th. So if you'd like to get in on the craft along, I will be sure to put a link in the description when I'm done with this video. And you can register there. Okay. All right. So how about I get us started on our projects for today? One more thing is that pretty soon the mini catalog and the celebration catalog should be coming in the mail to you if you um, have spent $50 or more with me this last year, or if I know that you're not a demonstrator, because demonstrators get these for free. Another good reason to join a team is that you get all your catalogs for free. But if you have been a customer of mine, I almost opened it up, which is a big no-no. We're not allowed to show you anything on this, but just look at this cover, you guys, alone. How beautiful is that? I bought this whole suite. I can't wait to use it. I think it's just gorgeous. Look at all the gold in that paper. I love paper with gold in it, right? Sue, we had a very hectic, busy weekend. I had a stamp class on Friday night. We had an event at church on Saturday morning. Our anniversary was Saturday night. We had church on Sunday, and then I was in charge of a big event at church on Sunday night. So, for the first time ever, I asked Jim if he would mind if we just stayed home for our anniversary. And we just had a lovely evening at home. We got pizza from our favorite pizza place and salad and just watched Netflix and hung out, which was, to me, a perfect way to celebrate us without the hecticness of going out on our anniversary during a very busy time. So it was lovely. Thank you for asking. All right. So my first card, and all of these cards today are very simple. My fun fold will be tomorrow, but this is our first card, and I don't know if you can see the silver behind the snowflake there. Very simple and elegant. This is the inside. So let's do this. We're going to start with a card base that is boho blue, and it's cut 4 1/4 by 11 and scored in half. I have a basic white panel that is 4 by 5 1/4, so it will fit right inside the mat of the front of that card. Okay, so what I'm going to do around the edges of this is I'm going to grab my boho blue, and I'm just going to stamp some random snowflakes. Now we have 4 sizes of snowflakes. Let me take my logo off there. There we go. We have 4 sizes of snowflakes, ranging from very large to small, smaller, and smaller. Okay? So we're just going to use the small ones for this. I'm going to ink it up in boho blue, and I'm just going to start stamping randomly across the edges in the back of this basic white panel, like they're just floating from the sky, like that. Okay, then I'm going to grab my next largest. Yes, I am a firm believer that easy cards can be beautiful. We don't have to do 10,000 folds. I just messed up that corner there. I'm going to see if I can grab it. That's all right. I don't think anybody will notice that one. There we go. And I'm just adding some more in there. And then I'm going to grab my very smallest one. And again, just start adding snowflakes in the spaces that we have available. Maybe put like a corner of one right there. It was a lovely evening. I really enjoyed it, and it's just what my heart needed during a busy time. So here we go. I'm going to attach that now to the front base of my card base. Hi, Jan. I didn't see you come in. Yes. Hi, Roz and Sue and Brenda. Glad you're here. Thanks for letting me know you're here. Let's see if anybody else has popped in that I missed. I think that's it so far. Linda, I already said hi to. So, okay. So I'm just going to put this right here on the front. Now, what I like about snowflake sets is that they don't have to be exclusively Christmas, right? They can be for the whole winter season, which is nice. Okay, so now I have a piece of boho blue that is cut. I'm pretty sure it is 4.5 by 3.25. It's going to go right here in the center. But before I do that, I have a piece of basic white that is 4.25 by 3. And I'm going to grab my snowflake die. And there are two. So let me show them to you here. There is an outline die, and then there's an inside detailed die. Now this one just cuts out the outline of a snowflake, and this one cuts out the detail of the snowflake. So I'm going to take this die, I'm going to put it right here on my basic white, right like that. About, I would say about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the sides, right like that. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera here. Gonna put it on my die cutting machine and run it through here real quickly. So what did you guys do over the weekend? Was yours as busy as mine was? So I'm on the women's committee at my church, and last night we had a luau Christmas party for our ladies, which was so much fun, but I'm on the committee that plans it, so, you know, it was a lot. So I have cut a piece, and this is a piece of that silver metallic paper that you're actually going to get when you order the Cake Celebrations craft along. You'll get 3 6x sheets of the silver and 3 6x6 sheets of the gold. Now what I'm going to do with this silver is I'm going to attach it behind that snowflake right there. Okay, you see it shimmer? So I'm just adding some Seal Plus just around the corners of that snowflake, and then I'm just going to pop this on right there, and it's going to just show through. That silver is going to show through, right? And so we played a pass the coconut game because remember it was a luau, and everybody dressed up. Well, not everybody, but most people dressed up in some luau attire, some Hawaiian attire. We had a best costume contest, and one of the ladies made the most fabulous sweatshirt that had a flamingo on the shoulder, a stuffed flamingo on the shoulder, and it was just so cute. Okay, so here's my snowflake that I cut out, right? And Brenda won. Yes, Brenda won the coconut contest last night. So I'm going to set that right back in that space where I cut that out. And look how that silver is just going to shimmer through the center of that snowflake. I love that. Okay. Now, I also, though, want to stamp on the bottom of this this sentiment that says, "You are a one-of-a-kind, wonderful friend." I think I know some people I could send this one to. Or one-of-a-kind, wonderful friend. I'm going to stamp that towards the bottom here because I want to leave a little room for my ribbon in between. This is boho blue that I just stamped that in. And now I'm going to add a little glue to the back of my snowflake here, just some little dots. And I kind of like if it pokes out a little bit. I think it gives it some dimension. So if the very tips of my snowflakes don't stay in, I am okay with that. Okay. There we go. There's my snowflake in the space where I cut it out first, right? And now I'm just going to add this to this panel of boho blue. Have any of you played with this bundle yet? It's a fun one. Oops, I just knocked my snowflake right out of that. I'm going to press it and hold it for just a second. There we go. All right, now I'm going to grab some ribbon, and the ribbon I chose for this card was, this white silver edged ribbon is just perfect for this, right? So I'm going to wrap it around the whole front panel here. I'm going to tie it off on the side over here. There we go. We played some Christmas lyric trivia, and we had some older songs and some newer songs, both, and we had 20 questions. So I would start a lyric of a Christmas song, and then they would have to finish the next line in the song. And so I'm just going to tie it in a bow over here on the left side. And that was super fun, I thought. And it was so fun because the ladies were singing some of the carols, and it was really cute. But I was so impressed because two of the teams got 18 out of 20 of them right. And some of the songs were pretty obscure. I was impressed. I was like, I wouldn't know the answer to this. Like Wham, a Wham Christmas song, and I don't know. It's just was funny, Mariah Carey, of course, and so pretty. Isn't that pretty? So now I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back. I know, I feel like they do come out with like a snowflake set every year, but I love them. I always buy them because, like I said, I like that they don't have to be just for Christmas. This one, of course, could be anytime winter, right? There we go. So I'm going to pull these off and attach this to the front of my card base. I really like the silver metallic on it. There we go. And now I'm going to add some bling. So I'm going to add a large size rhinestone, and I'm using rhinestones on all of these because I just feel like it is fitting. I'm adding one right to the center of that snowflake. I'm adding a couple up here, and I'm just varying the sizes, and I don't like them to be right next to each other in height on the card. So there we go. And I think I might add one more right down here. Okay, so now let's look at the inside of the card. For the inside, I took my large snowflake and just stamped it right here in the corner. There we go. And then I have the sentiment that says, "Thank you for your kindness." I'm going to stamp that right there. And once we adhere this to the inside of the card, our card number 1 will be done. Very simple design, right? but I love it. I love it. So there's card number 1. Very pretty, isn't it? Very simple and pretty. Oh, fun, Sue. You know what? I am so enjoying this year going to all the kids' Christmas functions. Um, Lucy has something at school. They have the Christmas pageant at our church on Wednesday night, and my daughter is the children's minister, so she organizes all that. I'm excited about that. And we went to tree lighting last week, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to be here and be a part of their lives. So I'm glad we moved to Midland. All right. I'm glad I moved to Midland and became friends with so many awesome people here, like Brenda, who've just poured into my life in such a beautiful way. Okay, so this is card number 2. I'm using that Winter Meadow Designer Series paper on this one. And had you guys forgot about the snowflake tag? This is a punch that we have available. It's not even on the last chance list. It's online. I'm using it on this card as well, and that's the inside. So we are starting with a base that is smoky slate. Here's all my pieces falling out here. Smoky slate, and I might just go ahead and do the inside of the card. So for the inside, I'm taking this largest snowflake, and this time I'm using Lost Lagoon. This designer series paper has Lost Lagoon in it. And what I did for this one is I stamped in Lost Lagoon a snowflake right here in this corner. And then without re-inking it, I came down, overlapped, and stamped it one more time to give a second generation stamping. So if you want it to be just a little bit lighter and look like a shadow or like something in the distance, just don't re-ink your stamp. Just go ahead and stamp it again. I think that's a beautiful look. And then I have one strip here that is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 of an inch wide. And I'm just going to attach it right here kind of to the edge of my card. And those snowflakes will just kind of peek out from underneath it. I just got a weird message from eCam saying my disk space is low. I didn't even know I had a disk space, so hopefully everything will go fine for the next 2 cards. All right, so there we go. We're going to cut the extra off there at the top, and then this is just going to go on the inside right like that, okay? I'll have to ask my techie friends what that means when eCam tells you your disk space is low. All right, there we go. That's going to be the inside of the card. Okay. Now, I've cut 3 more strips of that designer series paper. One that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2, and 2 that are both 5 1/2 by 1/2. Okay, 5 1/2 by 1/2. So I am going to attach these. There you go. Went a little off the edge, but the nice thing about Seal Plus is that you can just kind of roll it back under and it's all fine. There we go. This strip is going to go, I just did the wrong way. It's going to be fine. It's going to just look a little different than my last one. This strip is going to need to go this way. Okay, this is the way that one should have been, but it's on and there's nothing I can do about it. And I think it's going to be just fine, right? Nobody's going to know what the original looked like. And I've learned that sometimes they turn out just as pretty or prettier when you make silly mistakes like that. Okay, there we go. And here's my last one. And this is the 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's gonna go right here. There we go. I like it. It's pretty. Okay, this panel is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I've already embossed it with our falling snow embossing folder. So I'm going to attach this right to the panel over these strips, and it's going to go right like that. Okay, comes a little off the edge, so I'm gonna just snip that off with my paper snips, and we're gonna call it good. Okay, now have you guys forgotten about the snowflake punch? I love this punch. Snowflake punch. It's still available. It's not even in the last chance list. So I have a 2" by 3 1/2" basic white. I'm just going to slide it in to the very end. I'm going to flip it around, punch through it, and when I pull it out, we get this beautiful little snowflake image on the edge. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now I'm going to stamp on this. I'm going to stamp, hope you have the merriest season ever. Hope you have the merriest season ever. I'm going to pull out that Lost Lagoon again. And this is going to go kind of catty corner on this card, kind of like that. So I'm going to stamp it straight going this way right here. Okay, so let me ink that up. I'm going to go right here. Stamp it like that. Now I've got my small snowflakes here, and I'm going to stamp some of them on in Lost Lagoon. I'm going to stamp some in Smoky Slate, which is the background color of my card base. And then my largest one, I'm going to add in a few spots here. I'm going to stamp a couple of them off, and there we go. There's my tag now with my little snowflake on the end and all my little snowflakes on the inside. Put my ink pads away. I'm going to grab my silver ribbon. This is one of the two that comes in the 2-pack that's coming with the Cake Celebrations Craft Along. And I'm going to wrap it around my fingers 2 times here. And I'm just going to lay it kind of catty corner on my card like that. I'm going to grab a piece of Terran tape. I just used it, so I know. Here it is, right here. It's right in front of me, you guys. My mom used to always say, Judy, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. Have any of you ever said that to your kids or your grandkids? All right, so that's going to just be Terran taped right there, kind of hold it in place. And then I'm just going to kind of pull these apart just a little bit. Give it a little fluff. I don't want it to look too much like a bow, maybe a little bit more like some loops. And then this is going to go right on top, right like that. Okay, I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back here. Good afternoon, Laura. Thanks for coming. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining me today. I'm making cards with the one-of-a-kind snowflake bundle. This is card number 2. So if you're just coming in, you might want to go back and watch the other ones. Okay, so this is going to go catty corner right like that. Pretty, huh? And then I'm going to grab those rhinestones again, and we're going to add them to the front of my card. I'm put one right here, put another one next to it, kind of like that. I put one actually on my tag, kind of a small one, kind of right in there. And then I'm just scattering several others here around my card base, just randomly. So it looks like a little ice falling here. I feel like I need one more, maybe right there. And that's card number 2. Pretty, isn't it? I like it. And, not really a whole lot of difference between the two, even though, you know what? I feel like I need to put a little glue right behind this piece of DSP right here. Wants to pop up. So I must not have gotten the glue there. Very good. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so there's card number 2. Card number 3 may be my favorite because I love pink with snowflakes. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it's beautiful. So I have to tell you, I woke up this morning and I was just lacking creative mojo. Do you guys ever get that where you're just staring and I'm like, I know I can make beautiful cards with this set, but I'm not quite sure where to begin, right? And I got online on Pinterest and found some card sketches, and this was one of them. So pretty, isn't it? Now they did it completely different. This is just my interpretation, but this is Petal Pink, which Brenda always says she feels like is named poorly. She feels like it's more peachy than pink. So anyway, that's the name. That's the official name of it. Okay. So what I have is a card base that is, let me get all my parts over here, 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored down the middle at 5 1/2. That is going to be my card base. I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. And the inside, I have a piece of this Petal Pink that's cut 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to adhere that to the inside here. Right like that. And then I have a piece of basic white that's 3 3/4 by 5. And all I'm doing on the bottom of this one is attaching a panel that is 3/4 by 1 5/8, 3 3/4 by 1 5/8, okay? And this tape runner is wanting to be weird today. It's acting like it's, okay, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Let's go to this one. Woohoo! There we go. Thank you, Lord. All right. It's going to go right across the bottom right here. Just a tiny little sliver of white showing at the bottom. And then I have a piece of that silver metallic And GN, I like them both, but I do have a lot of customers that feel very strongly one way or the other with traditional colors or non-traditional colors. Um, I like them both, but there are people that are like, oh, I don't like green and red and cherry cobbler and all of that for the holidays. And some that love it the other way. So, who knows? We all have our own likes and dislikes, right? And that's fine. That's what makes us special. All right. I don't know. There's just something about a soft pink with snowflakes that I just think is so pretty. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be the inside of our card. Okay, lots of room for writing on that one. I don't know if my friend Demelda is watching, but she doesn't necessarily like lots of room for writing. Okay, so then I have 3 more panels, and I should have told you that you guys that this pink snowflake pattern came from the Snow Globe, Snow Wonder paper, Snow Globe, Snow Wonder paper. Okay, so this is the other side, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I know what I'm going to do with that. It's so pretty. So I'm covering up Mr. Snowman right here, and I'm starting by putting one at the top, evenly spaced top and sides. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing here at the bottom. Right like that. I have a piece of this silver that's going to go all the way across from edge to edge, right like that. And it is cut 4 inches by 1/2 of an inch. There we go. This brushed metallic is so, so pretty. You're going to enjoy getting it in your craft along this month. All right. And my last panel now, I'm just going to make sure it kind of evenly put it between the silver and this bottom panel right here. So again, this bundle's in last chance. The dies are currently unavailable, so it won't let you buy the bundle. But the dies are supposed to be back just like any second now. So they said December 9th, which is today, the week of December 9th, which is today. So hopefully they'll be back before the end of the week is over. All right, so I have already die cut that outline image. Let me put this over here to the side out of the way of the snowflake. And I am going to heat emboss this with silver. So I've got my sentiment and my silver embossing powder. I already put it away from when I used it this morning, which is very unlike me. I almost never put things away like that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this with Versamark. And the sentiment says, sending you a flurry of good wishes. A flurry of good wishes. So I'm inking it up with my Versamark. I'm going to stamp it right in the center of this snowflake right there. Whoop. You can hear it because Versamark is very sticky. That's why the embossing powder sticks to it. It's because it's got a stickiness to the ink. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do it one more time for good measure. Okay, there we go. I'm going to grab my heat gun and let me put this away before I knock it off. Have you ever knocked embossing powder off your table? Wow, what a mess that becomes. Okay, I'm going to use my tweezers here to hold this so I don't burn my fingers. And I'm going to turn on my heat gun and we're going to watch it go from dull to shiny. Do you see any dullness to your words? That means it hasn't, it's so fun to kind of watch it change. It's like magic. There we go. That's all I needed. All right. I'm going to zoom in just a bit here. There we go. We're going to use dimensionals on the back side of this. I'm going to put this right kind of in the center, but I turned it just a little bit so it's not like straight up and down. It looks a little more like a snowflake falling, not so symmetric. And then I cut 4 of the detailed snowflakes, 2 of them in petal pink and 2 of them in that silver metallic color, brushed metallic. I'm going to start with one of my pretty in pink, and I'm just adding a tiny bit. Really need my fine tip glue bottles to give me some grace and help me out here a little bit so I can get the detailed parts of this. There we go. Just little touches every once in a while. You don't have to put very much on. I'm going to slide this right there. I'm going to grab a silver one. I'm going to slide it right under here. And I kind of like if it overlaps a little bit. I think that's a nice look. I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. And then my last petal pink one right up here. Okay. I have some ribbon, and I'm using that silver trim again. Same one you'll get in your craft along kit. I don't have a lot of silver trim to choose from, so this is the one I tend to go to a lot. And I'm going to grab a glue dot. And I played around with this ribbon quite a bit, but I decided that the best place for it was right here. Please let me know if you're still here. It's saying the recording has stopped, but I think it's sending me weird messages. All right, there we go. And now I'm just going to scatter on some rhinestones and attach it to the front. Could you guys let me know if you're here or not? Send me a heart or a thumbs up or something. Oh, good. Thanks, Brenda. It said local recording has stopped. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna have to work on that and find out what that means. Okay, so here we go. Just scattering some rhinestones around. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll use one more. Maybe right in here. Good. Thank you, you guys. Okay. And now all I have to do, I'm going to talk really fast, so hopefully it won't really stop. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back side of this and attach it right there to the front of our card base. And we are done with all 3 of our cards for today. I hope you guys love these. I think this is a very reasonably priced bundle that you will be able to use for a very long time, throughout the whole winter season, probably, right? And you might as well get it while it's a bargain. So I will be sure to put a message on the Facebook page when I see that it's available. Again, the dies, the stamp set you can buy right now. The dies are supposed to be here today or tomorrow or sometime this week. So hopefully that will happen. And then you can get the whole bundle, the stamp set and the, oops, almost put it on upside down, stamp set and the dies for $27.75. What a bargain is that? Okay, I'm going to put all of these here. So if you want to take a screenshot of them, you can. Here's card number 3. Here's card number 2. Yay, thanks for sticking with me, you guys. And here's card number 1 right there. So I hope you guys love them. Come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we will do a fun fold card using the same bundle. And then on Wednesday, I have an awesome 3D project for you that might help you with some gift giving for the holidays. So let me turn my camera back over here. If you would like to place an order so that you can get this class in the mail, you need to go to my Tuttle Up shop and go to UHZDHT33 and then shoot me a text or an email and let me know that you want this class to go, plus the card for tomorrow, plus the 3D project on Wednesday. So God bless everybody. I will see you here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for a fun fold card with this same bundle. So God bless. We'll see you tomorrow sometime. Bye-bye.